Hey y'all. Okay, so today I actually worked on a Saturday. I never work on Saturday. I haven't worked on Saturdays in 12 years. But I worked on a Saturday and it was lovely. The people were really nice. I did it for a friend. And I was reminded, we were having this conversation, and I was reminded about how our kids, like, we don't give our, I don't think we always give kids enough credit. Like, everybody, complains about millennials and the young Gen ever, whatever Gen this is right now. But you guys, they're not just kids anymore. I mean, I know when I was a kid thinking, I'm not just a kid. Like, I have a mind and I have a brain and I want to do big things, and was still treated like a kid most of the time. But kids nowadays are way more grown up than we are. They've got the world at their fingertips, literally all the information in the world at their fingertips. There's nothing out there that's not on the internet that likely, sadly, they can't access. You can't be around your kids 24/7. There's computers everywhere. They spend the night with friends. Someone's got a phone, a tablet, they're at school, and we just do the best we can to protect them and educate them. But my daughter did something. I have a braggadocious moment this past summer that to try and make a difference in this world. And I'm so incredibly proud of her. And I just think, I was telling people at work about it today, because I've never worked with this group before, and they were so nice. And I think it's because, I'm going to digress for 1 second. Dr. Seuss, I don't know how many of you read Dr. Seuss as kids or read it to your children, but Dr. Seuss was a genius. And he had a lot of fun and started out, I think, doing political cartoons. Anyway, but he wrote tons of children's books, and they are all phenomenal, and they rhyme, and he makes up words. But the thing is, you guys, there is a story. There's a message in each book. And adults won't always see the message. They just kind of read it and think it's silly and whatever. Kids get the message every single time. Horton Hears a Who. The message is a person's a person, no matter how small. Because the smallest of these, the smallest person on the tiniest speck of dust, the little bittiest kid, makes one yell, one yawp, and it saves their whole planet. And the whole thing is a person's a person, no matter how small. So I drilled that into my kids, apparently, because Ava's like out to take on the world. So at 11, I just wanted to share this with you guys, because if you're interested or your kids are interested, I know she would be tickled. She came to me last spring, and really upset. And I was like, oh gosh, what's happening? And she said, Mom, do you know that if we don't do something, that by 2030, the damage we're doing to our planet is going to be irreversible? It's what all the scientists say. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, it's okay. Mommy will fix it. Mommy's going to fix it. And she's like, you can't fix that. And I was like, oh, because usually I'm like, Mommy can fix it. Nope, not this time. So she was really upset. Went to her room, and then the next morning, I could hear her in Miles' room talking, and I was like, what are they talking about? And she decided they were going to fix this. And so they were going to participate. They couldn't fix it themselves, but they wanted to contribute. She wanted to help. So she worked all summer, and she created www.deadline2030, so deadline2030.org, not com, org. And she worked on it all summer, and she finally got it finished the night before I think school started in 6th grade. But it's basically making eco bricks, and there are people in third world countries that are doing this, and honestly, anyone can do it. It is taking plastic out of the environment permanently. And I know you're like, okay, permanently, you can't burn plastic. No, you can't, but not without it being toxic. However, you can, the thing is, the plastic that our grandparents used, it's still here. It doesn't go away. So why not do what they're doing in some of these smaller countries? And they're starting to do, because all the trash is washing up on their shores. You take like plastic water bottles or soda bottles, whatever, and you take a dowel rod and you shove them full, I mean tight, hard tight like a brick. That's why they're called eco bricks. Full of plastic, like Kroger bags and Walmart bags and candy wrappers and all the plastic trash you can find, and you stick it in there and you pack it as tight, and you can get a lot in one of these, because Ava did her first one and it was really light, and I'm like, look how much air's in there. And her daddy went and beat the thing down to like that, so she had put a lot more in it. But you get these eco bricks. Oh, I wish I had a picture. And they're very heavy. Once they're full, solid plastic, they're extremely heavy and about as strong as a brick, because it's just solid plastic at that point. And you lay them on their side and you can build, people are building homes out of them. They're building like not fences, but walls, like not walls, but walls. And they're built, you know, you like, we're going to make a raised flower bed this spring. And when you lay the eco bricks, the water bottles on their sides, and then you can they're filling in with like clay or mud or concrete. And, but it makes really pretty. There's one that's a big, pretty round flower bed that's made with some kind of water bottles or soda bottles. And it's a ton of plastic that is stuck in there forever. I mean, it's solid, but it's useful. And actually in some of them, it's actually really pretty. Believe it or not, if you go to deadline2030.org, she has got pictures on there, and she has a blog, and she has a shop, but it hasn't gone live yet. She was going to sell t-shirts and recyclable shopping bags to earn the $17 or 23, I can't remember how much a month to pay for her website every month. So anyway, what she'd like to do is get other kids all over the place involved, because that is something even a 3-year-old can shove plastic into a water bottle. So little kids, like kindergartners that want to make a difference and want to help, and school age kids that want to do something, but they can't drive, they can't get a job, they can't do the things that adults, they can't, donate money because they don't have it. And so this is something they can actively do. They can physically see that they're permanently pulling plastic out of the environment and feel like they've done some good. And they have done some good. So she would really love to see kids all over the place participating and doing this as well. And that's something they don't have to pay anything. It was just trash. It's something they can do on their own. I've got friends like literally filling bags of bottles and plastic trash and throwing it in my courtyard and leaving it for her. Brad is not happy about it. But you know what? What we're doing is a good thing. So the moral to this story is read to your kids and read some Dr. Seuss when they're little, because these stories have power. Like, Yertle the Turtle. I think that one was about the rise and fall of Hitler. You have to check me on that, but I'm pretty sure. And like, Cat in the Hat is about if you make a mess, clean it up. I mean, obviously. I think Scrambled Egg Super is about, there's so many different ways there's not just one way to do something. The books are fantastic. And Horton Hears a Who, my favorite. Person's a person no matter how small. And my small little baby is making a big difference. And she hopes to help anyone else who's interested for their kids to make a difference as well. And I can thank Dr. Seuss. I can thank my mom for reading Dr. Seuss to me. And I can thank the fact that my daughter's being influenced by a bunch of wonderful people on this planet. So anyway, sorry, this is a little long. I hope you check out her website, because I know she would be tickled to death that you did. And if your kids are interested in doing this, let me know. We can get some information to you guys, or you can check it out on the website. Anyway, y'all have a good night.